Where are all the Snowcat videos? G'day everyone, I guess I owe you all an explanation because you're all sitting there waiting for new Snowcat videos and there are none. So, long story short, there are none because I am not driving or operating a Snowcat this season. I am instead operating a wheel loader for a different company. I'm not actually working for SkiStar this year. Bunch of reasons behind that, but that's long story short. Long story long, if you want to hear that, stick around. Unfortunately, this is not going to be an exciting video for Snowcat content, so if that's what you're after, then go back through the back catalogue, I guess. I will have some wheel loader stuff coming up soon if you're interested in that. I'm just clearing parking lots. No, not really parking lots. I'm clearing parking spaces around houses, driveways and roads at the moment. That's basically my gig for the next couple of weeks. And yeah, so long story long. Last season we sort of changed things up with how we were divvying up all the jobs in the machines, and after building a lot of the slopes in Tanderdalen, I went to Hundfjellet, built Vägen, or finished Vägen I should say. Linnea and Daniel also worked on that, so I can't say I just built that on my own. But built Vägen and then basically got stuck in Hundfjellet for the rest of the season. So after a couple of months of doing the same slopes over and over, I got bored and just didn't really feel compelled to do another season here. I just sort of take the season off, see how I felt about it. And now I'm regretting it, of course, because we've had a lot more snow already than what we had all of last season. It's been snowing at least a couple of times a week for the last month. So that's good for me learning how to clear snow with a wheel loader, but not so good for just wanting to get back into a Snowcat, because it is my favourite job. I love doing the job, I just don't want to do the same things over and over. And you do the same slopes over and over anyway, but not, you don't usually get stuck on the same 3 slopes basically. You generally get to spread out. We have 2 ski areas and just focusing on part of one just doesn't keep me entertained. So I'm moving home as well. I'm moving back to New Zealand. I am going to a full-time job, but I still feel compelled to jump in a Snowcat at some point. So I've got to figure out how that'll work. The winters in New Zealand are particularly wet, and I usually work in construction, so it means that we slow down in the winter, and maybe I can sneak off for a weekend or 2 or a couple of weeks or something, help out one of the resorts somewhere in New Zealand with building. So if you're from one of those resorts, get in touch, see if we can work something out. Yeah, otherwise I'm going to be doing construction. I don't know if I'm going to be doing videos on that, and I'm not sure where I'll end up working if I do a winter season. We'll just see what happens. I hope to, because I do enjoy the work and I don't want to let you guys down, because that's why you follow the channel, I believe, is because you want Snowcat content, not just powder pushing content or wet gluggy snow pushing content, depending on the weather. I've got some videos in the pipeline. They're not Snowcat orientated. They are more, well, the holiday that I had in New Zealand, some other bits and pieces. I want to do something about my time in Sweden, so that's probably more appealing to a completely different audience, unless you plan on moving to Sweden. But that's in the pipeline, that's a wee way away. I also haven't been able to post anything anyway because I don't have high-speed internet where I currently am. I've moved out of the SkiStar accommodation, so I've lost the world's fastest fibre internet connection. Bloody annoying actually, they've got really good internet. SkiStar do pretty well by their staff. So I've got nothing against them or anything. I have enjoyed working for them. They've been a great company to work for. Great machinery as well, obviously. You guys know how much I love that 600 winch. That's long story long. I could go on, but I think I'll just stuff it into the Living in Sweden video. There's a lot of visa crap that I was basically trying to work my way, not around, but through. And the system's just so bloody complicated. I've just had setback after setback for the last month, and I've thrown in the towel now. I just decided I've had enough of fighting for a right to stay here. It just seems like I'm here to do a job that they struggle to find workers for. Companies like SkiStar really want people like myself here to help them out, and I want to be here, but then somewhere in the middle you've got the migration agency and the tax agency, and they both seem to not be very interested in having my tax dollars, I guess, or making me feel welcome. They would rather be without me, so they get their wish. I've had 3 years of just bashing my head against the wall with the bureaucracy and crap here, so I've given up. I'm going back home, which is a shame. I don't really like giving up on things, but it's just at that point. that's what's going on. I apologise for the lack of content. I will throw some other stuff out to try and wet the palate for a while. I really appreciate you guys watching the videos. I've had lots of great comments and feedback and everything on YouTube and on Instagram, and even some of you young guys have actually decided to get into the industry as well, which is awesome. We need new operators all the time because people like me end up leaving. Some people get long-term careers that they don't want to take a winter off. Some people just aren't interested in it. So there's always a turnover of staff. We always need new people. So those of you that have reached out to me and told me you've gotten into the industry just through watching the videos, that's awesome. That wasn't remotely what I set out to do with the videos. They're just purely for your entertainment, and because I hadn't found anything like that before, so I thought maybe someone might be interested in it. So if it's motivated you to get out and go and work in a snowcat in your local ski hill, or even go overseas and try it, that's awesome. Go for it. I hope you're having an awesome winter and things work out well for you guys and you have a long and interesting career, or a short fun career, whatever you want. But yeah, all the feedback and comments and everything, I really appreciate it. I don't make any money out of this. It's purely just for entertainment purposes. So if you guys are entertained, that's good enough for me. Yeah, so have a good winter. I apologise for the lack of content again. And yeah, cheers. Catch you later.